illegally entered our country, and thousands more lives will be lost if we don't act right now. This is a humanitarian crisis, a crisis of the heart, and a crisis of the soul. Last month, 20,000 migrant children were illegally brought into the United States, a dramatic increase. These children are used as human pawns by vicious coyotes and ruthless gangs. 1 in 3 women are sexually assaulted on the dangerous trek up through Mexico. Women
Jordan Peele, us, you
are
us.
the biggest victims, by far, of our broken system. This is the tragic reality of illegal immigration on our southern border. This is a cycle of human suffering that I am determined to end. My administration has presented Congress with a detailed proposal to secure the border and stop the criminal gangs, drug smugglers, and human traffickers. It's a tremendous problem. Our proposal was developed by law enforcement professionals and border agents at the Department of Homeland Security. These are the resources they have requested to properly perform their mission and keep America safe. In fact, safer than ever before. The proposal from Homeland Security includes cutting-edge technology for detecting drugs, weapons, illegal contraband, and many other things. Immigration judges and bed space to process the sharp rise in unlawful migration fueled by our very strong economy.
Cheeto is about to go in.
Our plan also contains an urgent request for humanitarian assistance and medical support. Furthermore, we have asked Congress to close border security loopholes so that illegal immigrant children can be safely and humanely returned back home. Finally, as part of an overall approach to border security, law enforcement professionals have requested $5.7 billion for a physical barrier.
Oh, here we go.
At the request of Democrats,
steel.
It will be a steel barrier rather than a concrete wall.
Beautiful.
This barrier is absolutely critical to border security. It's also what our professionals at the border want and need. This is just common sense. The border wall would very quickly pay for itself. The cost of illegal drugs exceeds $500 billion a year, vastly more than the $5.7 billion we have requested from Congress.
What about the Rothschild? They're going to bring all the money, drugs in.
Indirectly,
and the
by
guns.
The great new trade deal we have made with Mexico. Senator Chuck Schumer, who you will be hearing from later tonight, has repeatedly supported a physical barrier in the past, along with many other Democrats. They changed their mind only after I was elected president. Democrats in Congress have refused to acknowledge the crisis, and they have refused to provide our brave border agents with the tools they desperately need to protect our families and our nation. The federal government remains shut down for one reason, and one reason only, because Democrats will not fund border security. My administration is doing everything in our power to help those impacted by the situation. But the only solution is for Democrats to pass a spending bill that defends our borders and reopens the government. This situation could be solved in a 45-minute meeting.
Yeah, the stock market is going to be fucked up tomorrow.
I have invited congressional leadership to the White House tomorrow to get this done. Hopefully, we can rise above partisan politics in order to support national security. Some have suggested a barrier is immoral. Then why do wealthy politicians build walls, fences, and gates around their homes? They don't build walls because they hate the people on the outside, but because they love the people on the inside. The only thing that is immoral is politicians to do nothing and continue to allow more innocent people to be so horribly victimized. America's heart broke the day after Christmas when a young police officer in California was savagely murdered in cold blood by an illegal alien. Just came across the border. The life of an American hero was stolen by someone who had no right to be in our country. Day after day, precious
Mites are illegal, man.
by those who have violated our borders. In California, an Air Force veteran was raped, murdered, and beaten to death with a hammer by an illegal alien with a long criminal history.
Esau's a hypocrite.
An illegal
What about the
alien
rape, rob, and murder that you've
recently
done?
charged
All the hundreds of millions of natives and the tribes that you murdered.
and dismembering his neighbor.
And all the heathens, man.
In Maryland, MS-13 gang members who arrived in the United States as unaccompanied minors were arrested and charged last year after viciously stabbing and beating a 16-year-old girl. Over the last several years, I've met with dozens of families whose loved ones were stolen by illegal immigration. I hold the
You
hands
stole
of
the
weeping
Southern
mothers
Kingdom
and
from West
boys,
Africa.
the grief-stricken fathers. So sad, so terrible. I will never forget the pain in their eyes, the tremble in their voices, and the sadness
Right.
gripping their souls. How much more American blood must we shed before Congress does its job? To those who refuse to compromise in the border security, I would ask, imagine if it was your child, your husband, or your wife, whose life was so cruelly shattered and totally broken. To every member of Congress, pass a bill that ends this crisis. To every citizen, call Congress and tell them to finally, after all of these decades, secure our border. This is a choice between right and wrong, justice and injustice.
What about justice for
This is
Israel?
whether we fulfill our sacred duty to the American citizens we serve. When I took the oath of office, I swore to protect our country. And that is what I will always do. So help me God. Thank you and good night.
Right. President Trump making his case for a border wall with Mexico, $5.7 billion in funding.
So he say he gonna keep it shut down.
Send him a bill that includes that figure.
Going through a couple of the key points, just in case you tuned in late. He was
Yeah,
saying
9/11.
He feels this entire matter could be solved in a 45-minute meeting if everybody could get together and sit down and talk about everything he discussed.
It's 9/11.
He said now he's looking at a steel barrier rather than a concrete wall, which he says is just common sense.
No mention of national emergency in that address. He did call it a humanitarian crisis at the border. He did say that it was common sense and it was critical, but no mention of national emergency. So he's keeping that off the table, and it would seem that would keep negotiations with Democrats in the House alive at this point, because
Notice how they ended this on 9/11.
as far as the Democrats are concerned, whether or not
See how they ended the speech around 9/11?
in this case, under the
They ended the speech around 9/11, man.
And everybody in Congress wants to know, where's this $5.7 billion going to come from?
No.
He addressed that by saying the wall will
They
be
ended
paid
it around
for
9/11.
directly with the great
See the symbolism right in there?
with Mexico, to use his quote.
Of course, a lot of people are watching this, including New Jersey Senator.
Yep, around 11.
Quick response to what he was hearing from the president the first couple minutes of this.
Yeah, they're about to do something. They're about to do another 9/11.
This is straight out of Trump's
Something
xenophobic
bigger
playbook,
than 9/11, man.
inciting fear about immigrants when we're really talking about women and children fleeing violence in Central America.
The speech ended at 9/11. Con.
In the U.S. #Trump address.
They ended around 9/11.
He's looking at getting more agents along with
Amos 9/11, con.
more agents, immigration judges.
Hey, man, that's,
Plus he wants
numerologies too, man. They're preparing to do something major, man. He said he's gonna keep it. He's gonna keep it shut down.
This to be a case of the humanitarian crisis of the
Yup,
heart
false flag is
and
coming,
the
yup.
soul, because he feels that
He didn't say nothing about the state of emergency.
used as human pawns in
He
the
didn't say nothing
operation
about-
crossing the border.
He mentioned the border and how much is important. You know? They ended exactly at 9/11. Yeah.
The House asked for time.
It's his own numerologies with these devils, man.
Minority Schumer, they're going to be
It's all numerologies. It's all symbolism. Yeah, this is the end game, con. That's right. Ended exactly at 9/11, yo. Yeah, that's spiritual, man.
The president will be taking a trip down to see the border wall come Thursday.
That means they're about to do something very major. They have the bigger caravan coming up over there to the border. That's gonna say bigger and stronger. You got Blood Moon coming up the 21st. The speech ended at 9/11. That's not by mistake.
The government shutdown right now, and as you mentioned, we got a paycheck coming to these federal workers, or at least it's supposed to, as of this Friday. That would be the first one they're going to miss. Some 800,000 workers right now.
They have a lot of federal workers working Uber now, Lyft. A lot of jakes are gonna leave the government too. They're gonna leave the government jobs.
Pushing the point that he considered letting this go on for months, possibly even a year, which nobody wants to hear.
Right, and you talk about leading to problems around the country.
They know if they do that, the jakes is gonna leave.
Calling out and air traffic control.
They're gonna leave.
All right,
Jake gotta pay bills.
Chuck Schumer about to speak. The Democratic response.
This is gonna cause a lot of jakes to leave.
Shut down and meet the needs of the American people.
This is all set up, man. Look at this.
Much of what we heard from President Trump throughout this census shutdown
Right.
has been full of misinformation and even malice. The president has chosen fear. We want to start with the facts. The fact is, on the very first day
They're like
of this
witches.
Congress, House Democrats passed Senate Republican legislation to reopen government and fund smart, effective border security solutions. But the president is rejecting these bipartisan bills which would reopen government over his obsession with forcing American taxpayers to waste billions of dollars.
This is like a wrestling
on
match.
an ineffective wall.
Bunch of actors.
Always promised Mexico would pay for. The fact is, President Trump has chosen to hold hostage critical services for the health, safety, and well-being of the American people, and withhold the paychecks of 800,000 innocent workers across the nation, many of them veterans.
Come on, man. This is pre-script.
And promised
This is
to
all
keep government
BS.
shut down for months or years, no matter whom it hurts.
Months of
That's
years.
just plain wrong. The fact is, we all agree we need to secure our borders while honoring our values. We can build the infrastructure and roads at our ports of entry. We can install new technology to scan cars and trucks for drugs coming into our nation. We can hire the personnel we need to facilitate trade and immigration at the border and fund more innovation.
Yeah, this
to
is
protect
some bad acting.
crossings. The fact is, the women and children at the border are not a security threat. They are a humanitarian challenge, a challenge that President Trump's own cruel and counterproductive policies have only deepened. And the fact is, President Trump must stop holding the American people.
Look at his hands. Look at his
Must
hands.
stop manufacturing the crisis and must reopen the government. Thank you. Leader Schumer?
Thank you, Speaker Pelosi. My fellow Americans, we address you tonight for one reason only. The President of the United States, having failed to get Mexico to pay for his ineffective, unnecessary border wall, and unable to convince the Congress or the American people to foot the bill, has shut down the government. American democracy doesn't work that way. We don't govern by temper tantrum. No president should pound the table and demand he gets his way, or else the government shuts down, hurting millions.
Hey, that's
of
dictatorship.
Americans who
That's
are treated
dictatorship,
with
man.
leverage. Tonight, and throughout this debate, and throughout his presidency,
State of emergency, he declares it.
President Trump has appealed to fear, not facts, division, not unity. Make no mistake, Democrats and the president both want stronger border security. However, we sharply disagree with the president about the most effective way to do it. So, how do we untangle this mess? Well, there's an obvious solution. Separate the shutdown from arguments over border security. There is bipartisan legislation
Fireball.
supported by Democrats and Republicans to reopen government while allowing debate over border security to continue. There is no excuse for hurting millions of Americans.
It cost him more than $5 billion doing this.
Federal workers are about to miss a paycheck. Some families can't get a mortgage to buy a new home. Farmers and small businesses won't get loans
National
they
parks.
desperately need. Most presidents have used Oval Office addresses for noble purposes. This president just used the backdrop of the Oval Office to manufacture a crisis, stoke fear, and divert attention from the turmoil in his administration. My fellow Americans, there is no challenge so great that our nation cannot rise to meet it. We can reopen the government and continue to work through disagreements over policy. We can secure our border without an ineffective, expensive wall. And we can welcome legal immigrants and refugees without compromising safety and security. The symbol of America should be the Statue of Liberty, not
Of course.
a 30-foot wall. So our suggestion is a simple one. Mr. President, reopen the government and we can work to resolve our differences over border security, but end this shutdown now.
This is all acting, man. Come on. Democrats, Republicans, look at that. They look like robots. Look how stiff they look. That's all BS.
All right, the Democratic response there, you heard it live here on News 12 New Jersey. It really sounds like both sides are entrenched here in this government
That shit
shutdown
was
as
weird.
we head into day 19 tomorrow.
That is the bottom
That
line.
Democrat
They
speech
wanna
was
make
weird
sure
as hell.
the shutdown is ended.
Spirit
That
is
their
dead.
First and foremost priority. Then we can actually sit down together.
I was waiting for him to transform into vampires.
Watching this speech tonight with this statement, quote, President Trump continues to mislead to justify his nonsensical and damaging shutdown. There is a much better and smarter way to invest $5 billion in an impractical non-starter of a wall. Many circles it back to the Gateway project where the state's been trying to get funding for a new rail tunnel under the Hudson River. The governor says the Gateway project
they had an
will
off
create
vibe.
jobs, promote
They had a
economic
weird
and national
vibe.
security, and build critically needed 21st century infrastructure. Enough of the misguided rhetoric that is hurting our economy.
Yeah, we're not ignorant of Satan's
Making us
devices.
less safe. Let's get the government open and get to work to get Gateway done. That's Governor Phil Murphy tonight.
Everybody echoing the same sentiments there and reopen the government and get these paychecks for people. Nancy Pelosi going on to say that the president has chosen fear.
The
by
false
holding
flag is
hostage
coming, that's right.
Services and the paychecks of those
The false flag is coming.
innocent workers. She says rejecting
He didn't mention nothing about the state of emergency. He ended his speech at 9/11.
She also says it's just plain
The speech
wrong
ended at 9/11.
to keep this shutdown going for a year.
It's not a
So
coincidence,
really,
man.
or he really, President Trump, must really stop holding this government hostage.
Again, we heard from.
All they gotta do is just do a false flag. What I'm thinking is, I don't know, I'm not the most high, but this caravan that's coming up to the border right now, that's gonna be bigger and stronger.
That's the coverage from Washington, D.C. tonight. You heard
They-
President Trump live from
They're gonna
the
set some shit. They're gonna set something real major because they're making a big hype about this new caravan that's coming from, I believe, Honduras. So it's bigger and stronger. So all they gotta do is just set some type of false flag or some major attack down there, and that's it. He just declared state of emergency and shut shit down.
Guys, we're going to be dealing with a little
And that's
bit
the times
of
we're living in,
shadow
man.
activity moving across the area
You know?
a little bit later on this evening. The
Boy.
fog is still out
Boy,
there
boy.
in spots. The wind is on the lighter side. It's a light
Yeah, but that's the times we're living in, man. You know.
to stay put.
Hey, shit's gonna hit the fan, man. EMP attack at the same time, border.
This is just allowing those low
Trump's already saying that there's terrorists in there, there's diseases in the caravan, all that. So all they gotta do is just have some type of attack, and that could be a state of emergency right there.
County towards the Tom's River.
They're not gonna open up the government. No, they're not, yo.
Worse out towards the Poconos.
And that shit looked fake as hell. So, you know, a lot of people are not gonna believe this, man. They ain't gonna be, man, this is bullshit. So now they gotta make it believable. They gotta really sell it. So they're gonna have to do a major false flag. And this is gonna cause more jigs to leave the government jobs, cause Jake gotta pay bills. People gotta pay bills. So what they gonna lay around and wait? They gonna leave. You know, and that's 800,000 federal workers. Majority of them are Israelites that work for the government.
We did have an opportunity to make it
You know?
44 degrees this afternoon, but despite
They're not gonna open up the government. They're gonna keep it shut down.
with the way the
You know?
winds were aligned and just how much moisture's in the
Yeah, he's obsessed with the war. Yeah.
outside this afternoon, and that's going to be
And the speech ended at 9/11.
of tonight and going into the rest
Ended at 9/11. 9/11.
weather to eventually
You know?
down. Showers are passing through
This false flag that's coming. Hey, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. They're preparing for something real major, man. You gotta do something real major because a lot of people not buying this shit anyway, you know?
Friday. You'll notice how
The witchcraft is dying out, you know?
that's those gusty winds that will be anywhere from
Yeah.
30 to possibly
But they might do a false flag. And you know what they might do? They might do a false flag. Then they're gonna blame it on an angry federal worker. They're gonna blame it on an angry federal worker that got pissed off. You know, a Jake. Or something. They're setting it up, man. They're setting it up. And the video ended at 9/11, you know. The video ended at 9/11. They're getting prepared for something major. You know. There's something major's coming, man. And maybe the Super Bowl event. Gotta watch the stocks tomorrow. It's coming, though. Regardless of what is coming, man. He didn't mention nothing about the state of emergency, too. He put it in the back burner. And if a house against itself, the house cannot stand. And if Satan rises up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand. But yo. Yeah, it's coming, man. Yeah, they're gonna do something major. He didn't mention nothing about the state of emergency. He government shut down, Ain't no opening it up. They're saying February. Well, they said right here that February they're gonna get their food stamps. They're gonna get their food stamps for next month. They might be leading up for March. I don't know. We don't know. Maybe March they might do something. You know. You have the blood moon coming the 21st, February, and in March, the Roman god of war March is. It's going to be a blood moon too. And Iran's supposed to be sending their warships over here to the waters of America. So maybe they might do something in March. We don't know. We don't know, but we know that something major is coming. Something very major is coming. And Trump is not. He's not going left or right. He's about the war. He's about his war, man. And that's going to cause a lot of Jakes to leave. Leave the government jobs. And that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David, Amos 9:11. The speech stopped at 9:11. And that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins and I will build it as in the days of old. Yo, that's right. Trump is not going to back down. Gun. That's the times we're living in, man. That's the times that we're living in. Gun. Yeah, he ain't backing down. Nope, Trump ain't backing down. Trump ain't backing down at all. He ain't backing down. He's so proud. You know. The Lord willing, the beginning of the stages of Jacob's trouble, Khan. Hey man, we at the end of this thing, man. Gotta watch the news very carefully now. Next couple of days, see the stocks. I want to see what happens with the stocks. You know, they're preparing already. This caravan coming up. They're preparing a major false flag attack. Major, something very major. They got to do something very major and something very believable. You know, they're setting it up. But you know what's crazy? A lot of people, even people in the world, they don't trust Trump. They don't trust the government. They don't trust the media. So they got to do something real major, very major. Yeah, because he didn't mention nothing about the state of emergency. And these are little trial runs to see how people react. Little trial runs. You know, the Lord willing, we'll get up on this later on, man. Hey, man, keep your eye on the prize, man. Keep your eye on the prophecies. You know. Hey, bitch, body wants to sleep here. The kingdom, man. Shit. Kingdom. You know. But it's coming, man. EBT food system shutdown. USA will mimic global food shortage reactions. Yup. It's coming, man. It's coming, man. It's coming, man. It's the calm before the storm. They're having food riots in Sudan, Venezuela. That's coming here, man. That's coming here. This is the calm before the storm. This is the calm before the storm. All they got to do is just have this caravan come up, which we know this is all set up by the elites. They fund these caravans and set some type of false flag over there in the border, and that's it. Oh, you see, I was telling y'all, border security was important. State of emergency, state of emergency. Y'all didn't give me money for my war. I got no choice. State of emergency. That's it. You know. But we at the end of this thing, man. You know, this thing is close, man. Keep your eyes on the news and watch. Let's see what happens tomorrow with the economy. See what happens. You know, they're all gonna come like a thief in the night, as in the days of Noah. They were eating, giving the marriage, and then boom. You know. Yup. Yup. These people was just giving each other signs. 9/11 in the go-ahead for the false flag. Yup. They just changed the whole vibration of the world. I think WWF writers are behind this shit. It's just the devil. Yeah. Come on, man. The speech ended at 9/11. Come on, man. They're getting ready, man. Hey, that's the Lord on the right-hand side telling us, and that's these elites doing the symbolism. You know, giving the okay. But we at the end of this thing, man. We're going to protect his elect, and his elect going to be delivered from the time that they're living in. It's times that we're living in. You know, giving all praises to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai. Stay strong. We at the end of this thing, man. See what happens, man. See what happens tomorrow, man, with the stocks, too. Stocks might drop crazy tomorrow, too. But this is the calm before the storm. You know, this speech ended at 9/11. That's a sign. You know, that's the sign of things to come. But this next false flag, these elites, these Rothschilds that they're going to do, these Edomites are going to do something major. Hey, these devils. Look at devils at the bottom. Devils. Yeah, these devils. It's these devils. Yeah, these devils are going to plan a major false flag. You know? Yo, keep your eyes at the skies, no distraction. Rock you to sleep, cunt. That's right. All praise Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai. Stay strong. Keep your eyes on the prophecies, man. Pray for one another. Pray for the elect, you know. Exactly. Stay alert. We know what's coming. Yeah, the storm is coming. This is the calm before the storm. You already know, man. This blood moon's coming up the 21st. So we got to be on point to the best of our ability, man. Stay strong. All praise Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai. The kingdom of heaven is nigh. You Edomites, man. Esau, you're going down. You Rothschilds, you leads, you're going down. Yeah, that speech was real quick, too, cunt. I was expecting a longer speech, you know. I was expecting to be the speech to be longer, but it's all the spirit anyway. Lord speeding up the days. Stay strong. Shalom.